conspiracy theories associated with that, don't run from it. That's yours. You're supposed to use that symbol, that insignia, to your advantage. Don't let them Europeans use it to their advantage, because they don't want you to have it. That's why they keep it in secret orders. And then put conspiracy theory footage on YouTube by their own people to get you to run away from it. They say, oh yeah, look at Kanye West, look at Rihanna. You'll see Rihanna.
Beyonce with the, she had an outfit.
Yeah, you'll see all of that right there. You'll see it all right on YouTube. Rihanna, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kanye West, anybody who's on top, you'll see that right there. Now don't get me wrong, the Europeans that deal with these principles of our ancient forefathers, don't get me wrong, they deal with a lower nature of it. They deal with human sacrifices. Don't get that twisted. But in order for them to be able to do it, they have to know the basic principles of our ancient forefathers just to do it. They're not some crazy people that just want to run around and act like they some vampires. No. Everything that's dealt with when you're dealing with these principles is scientific in nature. Straight up and down. It's a scientific reason as to why they sacrifice people. There's a scientific reason as to why they sacrifice goats. There's a scientific reason as to why they sacrifice rabbits, chickens, etc. It's scientific. Not saying that you should go out there and start sacrificing stuff to deities that don't have no ears, don't have no eyes, don't have no heart. Because all these deities exist within your own self. But the reason why they do it is scientific in nature. For one, the European lacks melanin. So when he does a ritual in regard to sacrificing something, he's trying to obtain that melanin that we already naturally have to be able to bring things into fruition. Us as Asiatics can do rituals and don't have to sacrifice nothing. We already have the melanin. All we gotta do is invoke the principles of the universe. And what are the principles of the universe? Fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, which is what we call our great God, whatever we call him, whether we call him Allah, Jehovah, whether we call him Jesus, whether we call him Buddha, etc. Don't matter what you call him. It's just the principle energy associated with whatever deity that you call the head. Islam.
Islam.
Now that we went through last week's Zodiac class, I want to get into the alchemical correlation of the planets. What is alchemy? Anybody know?
It's when fusing fire, earth, air, water in combinations to create something different, to create something new.
Absolutely. That's right. That's correct. That's 100%. Come on. All right, let's get into the first sign. And the first sign is a representation of the planet Mars. So let me go to this board and write something down on this board, because we want to get into the alchemical correlation to the planets, because every planet has an alchemical correlation. The alchemical correlation would be its relationship to a specific metal. For example, Aries, the alchemical correlation to Aries would be iron, because Mars rules Aries. You understand? This is why I told y'all gotta study. You need to know those ruling planets as well. sun. Sun rules Leo. Correct? See all that?
Wow, we missed it.
Y'all see all that?
Yeah, from exotic.
I can't. I gotta go.
Sun rules Leo.
Hold on.
Description: eager, loyal, youthful, fearless, generous, faithful, leader, egotistical, yes, creative, and recreational. Purpose: need courage, need enthusiasm, need creativeness. To leader a group or endeavor when feeling aged. Got this fixed right there on the desk. It's an old notebook, like open it up. The color is gold, the metal is gold. That's the alchemical correlation to Leo, right? Why? Because the ruling planet of Leo is the sun. So the alchemical correlation to the sun would be gold.
Can you do me a favor? Can you explain those purposes? I don't understand.
You don't understand?
Because it says purpose, but then it says need courage, and I don't understand that.
You ever seen The Lion King?
Sort of. Not really.
You never saw The Lion King?
First one.
Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Simba.
Remember Simba
Yeah.
in The Lion King?
Yeah.
He didn't know who he was.
Right.
Yeah.
He was the heir to the throne, correct? He had to have those who he would normally eat and feed off tell him what his purpose was. He needed courage. He needed enthusiasm. He needed creativeness. This movie is astrologically.
Okay, so wait. So basically what you're saying is if somebody is born a Leo, those are the things that they need to accomplish? Or that's what I'm not understanding the concept.
Well, for one, there is no such thing as a bad sign or a good sign. That's number one. But you do have certain characteristics of a sign that are, detriment and exalted.
I understand that too.
And the detriment part of what a Leo would be is need courage, need enthusiasm, need creativity, to lead a group or endeavor. But when it gets that, when it's in harmony with another sign, this is why we have creation. Creation is for the purpose of creation is for you to get in harmony with another sign. You get what I'm saying? Our own signs have our own capabilities and characteristics. But when we come together with another characteristic and another energy, this is when we take off the negatives or the detriments of our own sign. We fill them in with the other sign that we in conjunction with.
No, I understand all that. What I'm trying to understand is what's on that page. You know I know it's wrong. But
So then why are you asking me?
because I'm trying to understand why it says purpose, but then it says needs courage. Is that because that is that's what I'm asking. Like, is that what that sign needs to accomplish, or is that what it does it need to be filled
No
in?
sign stands alone.
I understand that part. I'm
So
just
now,
trying to understand
listen.
because the words don't make sense to me.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
listen. No sign stands alone. You stand alone, you ain't going nowhere. There's no reproduction. In order to achieve reproduction symmetrically, that's what the purpose comes in for.
Okay, so the way this book is written, that's what I'm trying to understand, how the book is written. The description is what you are. The purpose is what you need.
Absolutely.
What you like.
That's all I needed to know, because I was
You couldn't figure that out?
apparently not.
I thought you said you know astrology.
I do know astrology, but everybody writes different, and I need to understand how the book is written so I can understand what's going on.
I mean, it's self-evident when you know about detriment.
But it doesn't say detriment. It
You
says
don't have to.
purpose. That's
You
what
don't
I'm
have
saying.
to
I
say
don't
that.
understand that.
This is why you got to know the basic principle of energy that are associated with all of these signs.
I do.
That's why I stress this point. Because once you know the basic energies given off by any of these signs, all of the rest of the advanced astrology will fall right into place. It's simple. It's not complex. If you try to jump into the complex astrology, you'll get lost. You know the basic principles, which is what we went over last week. This is why I said y'all supposed to be studying. You're supposed to know this stuff. When you know it, anything else will fall right into place. You start studying tarot cards, you start studying cell sorts, etc. All of that stuff will fall right into place. You start studying magic, it'll all fall right into place. And that's what next week's astrology class is going to be about. It's going to be about astrology and magic. Because we all of us, need to be magi. We all need to be magi. Every one of us, because that's what we were. And now we have a mass body of Europeans who are taking our seats as magi. And they're using the science of astrology, which is the science of vibration, and how energy flows against us. When Noble Drew Ali said the press is our greatest weapon, he didn't just say that for no reason.
Oh, I get it now. Now it makes sense. I understand what she was writing when she wrote that. Now I get it.
The press being our greatest weapon, right? Nowadays, we got a new form of press. The new form of press that we have is YouTube, internet. Back then, our form of press, during Noble Drew Ali's time, would have been an actual newspaper. A form of entertainment. You understand? So, with what they have taken place on YouTube and television, etc., what it does is, for one, the people that put stuff like that out there on YouTube, the people that put stuff like that out there on TV, media, etc., they know the science of vibration. They know the science of the zodiac. They know what colors give off certain vibrations. They know what sounds give off certain vibrations. These vibrations trigger certain things within your mind. And when you can trigger certain things in someone's mind and they are unaware of it, then you can control that person's actions. You can make a person dress a certain way. You can make a person talk a certain way. You can make a person act a certain way just by using sound vibrations and color vibrations, which is what they do in rap videos. They put a rap video on, they're using color vibrations and sound vibrations.
That's how they put influence.
And they also use subliminal vibrations. They'll say things, and they call this, when you deal with Illuminati conspiracy theories, they call it backwards masking. They'll say things that if you played it backwards, it'll say something completely different. Your brain will pick it up. You might not consciously pick it up, but your brain will. Your brain will pick up the color vibrations. Your brain will pick up the sound vibrations. See, these people that control the media, which is the press, they are well aware of this. They know the signs of vibration and frequencies. And they only employ people who are going to be down with giving off a certain vibration and frequency. This is why I don't even trace it. I used to make beats and rap and stuff like that. And even when I was doing it then, I never even really chased it like that. This is why I definitely don't chase it now. For one, the vibrations that I'm trying to give off, that media is not going to take me. They don't want to, because the vibrations that I'm trying to give off, and I know this body of information, oh no. What'll happen to Biggie and Tupac and any other hip-hop artist that got assassinated would happen to me. Point blank period. Because they all take oaths. They take oaths to the so-called Illuminati. The reason why I call them so-called Illuminati is because they are not Illuminati. They are not illuminated. They have a body of information that we don't. So they proclaim to be illuminated. Because we just dumb, deaf, and blind, the majority of us. They know the dimensions of the Earth. They know the dimensions of Mars. They They know the dimensions of Saturn. They know the energies associated with Saturn. They make decisions based and rooted on planetary positions, while we make decisions off of whim. Because we don't know the signs of our ancient forefathers. They know all about our brain cells. They know how many cells you got in your body. They know the 3 major glands in your brain. They're well aware of all of that. But us, we know when Jeezy album drops. We know when Lil Wayne album is going to drop. So we losing. Because knowing when Lil Wayne album is going to drop is not going to help us to get back in seats of power. And the seats of power is where we need to be at. Because they are claiming Illuminati, while we are the true illuminated ones. What is Illuminati? Illuminati is one who raises the energy that goes from the base of your spine to the top of your cranium, thus making you illuminated. Exactly. It's dealing with a body of information that's what they call occult or esoteric, which just means hidden or to conceal, right? They have that body of information. We don't care about even knowing that. We want to know about 2 Chainz's new album. Ain't no esoteric knowledge in that album. I mean, it might be for those who are already esoterically inclined. You might see a video where there will be some esoteric knowledge associated with the video. But if you ain't already esoterically inclined with who you are, you ain't gonna see it. You'll see right past it. I mean, I can point out a whole bunch of videos where there's straight up esoteric science in there. But if you don't know nothing about esoteric science, you'll miss it. Straight up astrological science, right in there. If you don't know nothing about astrology, you walk right past it. You'll just look at it as a video with ones being thrown all up in the air. And consequently, what do? They create mind states for our youth. Our youth see that and think that's, oh, I want to live like that. I used to do it myself. I used to see certain videos and listen to certain songs and go out and be like, yeah, I'm gonna stick a nigga. I'm gonna rob a nigga. I'm gonna do this, that, the third. I'm gangster. I used to listen to the vibrations of music, and that's what it would make me do. And everybody else that was around me. We would congregate. We would come together the way we come together in temple meetings and build on that. We would build on how to do what we've been listening to and seeing on TV. And then to top it off, our health situation as to how our parents are feeding us ain't helping us none. Because our parents is giving us oodles and noodles, MSG, straight up MSG. They're giving us sugar, all this stuff decalcifying the pineal gland. You understand? What else? Fluoride toothpaste, Kool-Aid with fluoride water out the faucet. All this stuff is just dumbing us down. We're supposed to be feeding our children vegetables. We ain't supposed to be feeding them meat. Straight up vegetables. When they get older, if they want to eat meat, that's on them. We're supposed to be feeding them straight up vegetables. No Similac. All that stuff is no Similacs, no shots. How long we been surviving on this earth without shots?
Way before they came.